Hello, this is Adrian Dean, Fitness for Life teacher and health teacher, CTE teacher for Graduation Alliance. Today, we are going to talk about blood pressure, activity 2.2.1 for second semester for Fitness for Life. So let's dive right in here and let's get to it. So let's start out talking about basic definition. What is blood pressure? Well, blood pressure is the force of blood pushing against the walls of the arteries. When the doctor measures your blood pressure, the results are given in two numbers. All right, we're going to talk about that in a little bit more. You see two numbers here. Most of you, if not all of you, have probably gone through this. There's some pressure here. There's a machine. Get this taken every time you go to the doctor. They always take this as part of your vitals. Artery are the blood vessels that return blood to your heart. So it measures the pressure within those arteries and how it responds. So let's talk about these two numbers here. We have systolic blood pressure. That's the first number. And this indicates how much pressure your blood is exerting against your artery walls when the heart beats. So your heart beats and it exerts some pressure, all right? And the body is really pretty amazing because if you think about it, I mean, it's in a pretty um, constant range, or it doesn't really go up and down too much, or it shouldn't. It may at time to time, but for the overall, it stays pretty constant. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. Diastolic blood pressure is the second number. All right, it indicates how much pressure your blood is exerting against your artery walls while the heart is resting between beats. All right, so the heart beats, it rests, and then so how much pressure do we have after it beats? Okay, once again in those arteries, and those are the those are the veins that carry blood back to the heart. So from here, what does it all mean? A little blurry here, but you can see here. So um, normal. This is what you should hear for normal. 120 over 80, 120 over 80, 120 over 80. Get used to hearing that number if you don't already memorize it. 120 over 80. Remember, this is when the heart beats, and this is when it rests. Beats, rests, beats, rests. All right. So we're starting to get a little bit concerned when this number gets um, into this range here, 120 to 129. We're starting to get it's elevated. All right, and then this number also is below 80. All right, so I guess I should point out too, this number could be like 115 over 75, something like that. So that would still be normal. High blood pressure, and we've got a couple stages here. We're starting to get really concerned when we get into the mid to upper 130s, and then this number gets into the mid 80s. Once again, look how consistent this stays, and if it just goes up just a little bit, we're starting to get concerned. And if we get 140 to 190, we're really starting to get concerned, and this is probably some area where a doctor or a physician, either one of these areas, may start to talk about medication. That's not something I'm an expert in, but I do know that this is something to be concerned about. So I wanted to point that out to you. What does it all mean? Once again, these top numbers here is when the heart is beating, and the bottom number is when the heart is resting, and that is the pressure for each of those respectively. All right, and how might it affect me? How might it affect you? All right, and then I really like this graphic. Grab this, off good old Google, but let's just kind of cruise through it here a little bit. So, brain, high blood pressure can damage blood vessels, causing burst or clog. Not good, obviously. Um, High blood pressure can affect the kidneys. The kidneys are blood filters, and high blood pressure can damage or clog them. Bones. High blood pressure can lead to more calcium elimination from your body, reducing bone density. All right, so um, bone density. Higher bone density is good. Lower bone density is bad. You know, you can cause your bones to fracture and break. Vision. This is one that you hear quite a bit most of right here, and that is high blood pressure can lead to vision loss or glaucoma. All right. And then also, high blood pressure obviously stresses the heart, risk heart failure and heart pain. So, blood pressure is going to impact the heart as well. So, all right, and then you can also run into reproductive issues as well. So, these are all areas definitely to be concerned about with blood pressure. Vision, as I know, is one thing that people can say really can impact them. So, with that, that is going to be it for blood pressure. Hope you got some value out of this presentation, and once again, hope to see you next time.